Good day, students. Our lesson is about frequency distribution, and I am Ma'am Michelle Ramiro. At the end of the lesson, you must be able to organize data in a frequency distribution table. What can you say about the pictures below? The three pictures show us the tally boards. In the first picture, it shows the tally board for local election, while the second picture shows the tally board for national election. Lastly, the third picture shows the tally sheet for a classroom election. We use tally sheets to organize the votes during election, and it is very important that the votes are presented in a way that the viewers could easily observe the status of the election results. Tally board is also a frequency distribution table. So let us now discuss the other method in organizing set of data using the frequency distribution table. First, let us define the word frequency. Frequency is a number of times an observation or a particular value appears in a dataset. What is frequency distribution? A frequency distribution is a table that shows the frequencies for the categories values of a counting variable or class intervals. Consider this portion of a frequency distribution table. Again, this table has three columns. The first column, we have the class interval. And here, the class interval is 16 to 20. 16 is a lower class limit. 20 is the upper class limit. And the class size is 5 because there are 5 values from 16 to 20. Those are 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. In other words, the class size is a number of values in a class interval. The class interval also has the class mark, which is the middle value. So in our class interval 16 to 20, the middle value there is 18. The second column is a tally column. It is the record of states that gives us the number of values that fall into class interval 16 to 20. The third column is a frequency column. It is the number of six values and values or numbers are written in this column. Okay, so let's have an example. Examine an example of a complete frequency distribution below and answer the following questions. So we have a table for the test scores of 20 students in a 40-item math quiz. So these are the questions. First, how many class intervals are there? The class intervals are 36 to 40, 31 to 35, 26 to 30, 21 to 25, and lastly we have 16 to 20. So meaning the answer number 1 is 5. Number 2, what is the lowest class interval? Highest class interval. 16 to 20 is the lowest class interval. 36 to 40 is the highest class interval. Number 3. What is the class size? The class size is 5 because there are 5 values in each class interval. Example, the class interval 36 to 40. The values are 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So the total number of values is 5, which is also the class size. Number 4, which score interval has the highest frequency? Lowest frequency. So we have 26 to 30 is the class interval that has the highest frequency, while 36 to 40 is the score interval that has the lowest frequency. How to construct a frequency distribution. Example, we are asked to organize the final math grades of 20 grade 7 students for school year 2019 to 2020. The data here are the grades of the grade 7 students. To organize the data, let us follow the steps in constructing a frequency distribution table. Step 1, find H, which is the high score, and L, which is the lowest score. So based on the given set of data, 96 is the highest score, or the highest value, and the lowest value is 76. Step 2, compute for the range. Let R is equal to H minus L. So that's the formula in finding the range. So here, the range is 20. Step 3, compute for the class size. Using the formula below, class size is equal to range over the number of class intervals. Again, to get the class size, we need the value of range, which is equal to 20, and set the number of class intervals. In other words, we will decide to give the number of class intervals. So in this case, we set the number of class intervals, which is equal to 4. Therefore, the class size is 5. Step 4, form the table, complete the list of class intervals. As you can see, in the last row of the first column, the lowest class interval is 76 to 80. And in that interval, we start with 76, which is also the lowest score. And it ends with 80, which is the upper class limit. To get the upper class limit of each interval, always remember the class size. And here, the class size again is 5. So, to get the upper class limit, give the next 4 values or numbers after the lower class limit, which is 76. And those are 77, 78, 79, and 80. Now, the last number will be the upper class limit. That's the reason why 80 is the upper class limit of the interval 76 to 80. Okay, so next class interval is 81 to 85. Here, we will start with 81 because that's the number after 80, which is the class up the upper class limit of the lowest class interval, and it ends with 85. Make sure that each interval has 5 values so that the class size will always be equal to 5. Let's continue the process until we have a class interval that the highest value in the given set of data. In our example, the highest value is 96, and this falls already in the class interval 96 to 100. Therefore, the highest class interval is 96 to 100. Step 5, complete the tally column by marking sticks where the score falls. So we will complete the tally column by marking sticks where the data or values fall in each class interval for the given set of data. In the first class interval 96 to 100, there is only one stick because based on the data, the only score that falls in that interval is 96. Okay. So, if you look at the given set of data, again, 96 is the only score that falls in this class interval. Next, we have 2 sticks because the scores that fall in this interval based on the data set are 91 and we have 92. So next we have 7 6 because the scores that fall in this interval are 87. The next we have 90 here. So next we have 86, 89, and we have 88. Okay. Again we have 87, 90, 86, 88, 86, 89, 88. Next, we have 6 ticks because based on this data again, or based on this given set of data, the scores that fall in this interval are, we have 84, this one, the next 83, the next 85, we have 82 here, then 81, and lastly we have 85. Okay, so last we have 4 6. Okay, so based on the given set of data, the scores or the values that fall in this uh, interval are 78. The next we have 79. Then we have 80, and lastly we have 76. Okay. Step 6. Lastly, record the total number of sticks per class interval in the frequency column and make sure to write a title. So we have in the first class interval we have 1, 2, 7, 6, and 4. And the title is the frequency distribution table of the final math grades of 20 grade 7 students for school year 2019 to 2020. Okay, so that's it. I think you are now ready to answer the learning tasks on your module. So thank you for watching.